There was one bitch that got one. She got like, I think it was chlamydia. I think she got chlamydia. Gave it to a nigga, right? Gave it to a nigga for revenge. Gave it to a nigga for revenge. She wanted to get back on the nigga, gave him chlamydia. There's good dick everywhere. Pause. Heavy pause. You know what I mean? You gotta be the experience that she can't replicate with another nigga. Can I get some snaps? She grew for sure. Hey, she looked kind of brolic though. The shoulder horizontally. You're hoeing.
I just walked in. I'm the richest nigga. Let's go bed for bed. I'm the man. I said.
All right. Is cheating always wrong?
The person that you
What do y'all think? Is cheating always wrong?
cheated on needs to know. So if you
Have y'all been cheated on, or have y'all ever cheated? Cheating is wrong. If you want to go date someone else, just tell me and break up with me. See, that's the thing. I don't think they necessarily want to date anyone else. They just want to fuck.
it's honestly you're
Then
not
they
even
can fuck
taking
me.
accountability.
See, that's the thing. They don't. They're. It's not the. They want something outside of you. You want to be other people, just be with them. I am the. Wait, you're Caesar. You're the manager. Wait, what the fuck? And anyone above me is generally cool. Oh shit. Okay. Say no more.
The person that you cheated on needs to know. So if you're gonna say like I'm not gonna tell them because of psychological damage, it's honestly you're not even taking accountability for what you did.
Hold
You
on.
chose to cheat.
Disclosing that you cheated to the person that you cheated on is not accountability. That
What is it then? What the fuck are you talking about?
is just revealing
That is
information.
taking accountability. I would
Accountability.
consider that as a form of taking accountability. You're so open.
That's delivering
Be open
news.
about this. That
Maybe
is
it's
a
the
form
first
of
step
taking
towards
a-
accountability.
Thank
I agree with
you.
you.
Maybe it's
It
the
is.
first
It's
step.
first step.
What the fuck? That's the stupidest shit ever. Fucking fuck, crash out. Fuck out, fuck, crash out. What is she talking about? If you say, hey, I cheated on you, that's taking accountability. Man, she was definitely a cheater. She's a white bitch. She was definitely getting fucked in college or some shit.
Hi, I'm Gen, and I explore social and controversial issues through both sides. And today I'll be moderating this middle ground episode of Cheaters versus Cheated On. We'll be exploring topics such as this middle ground episode of Cheaters versus
I told you she was a cheater.
Cheated On. We'll be exploring topics such as the personal experiences of people cheating, the emotional toll that it takes on relationships, and why exactly do people cheat. The first prompt is, I would forgive my partner if they cheated on me.
31% said yes. Wow. I'm gonna forgive you, but I'm definitely gonna forget you. I don't care. I'm out. You cheat on me, we're done. I'm gonna boss up in the craziest way so you can never touch me again. Where you be like, damn, I had that. No, you had the old me and you cheated on that nigga. The new version of me, you can't come near.
Agreeers, please step forward.
I feel like from the side of being cheated on, I think the biggest thing to understand is that forgiveness is something that everybody does deserve. I think that once we get into the discussion of why somebody cheated,
Who cheated on my nigga Keith, bro? My nigga Keith not an ugly nigga.
can really
And
understand
who's getting cheated on by Moses over here? Are we serious? What's going on?
whether or not that person is sympathetic and whether or not that person is somebody that you want to keep around in your life. But I think forgiveness and keeping them in that same relationship are not synonymous. They go separately.
I completely agree. However, I do think that forgiveness is something that we give to ourselves, not necessarily somebody else. So in the event that my husband cheats on me, I would be giving him forgiveness so that I could set myself free from any hostility or anger
Fair.
that I may hold on to in the event.
I think it should benefit both.
Everyone deserves forgiveness, are we sure? To an extent, bruh. I don't think we can ever forgive Adolf Hitler. You know what I mean? That nigga's name has aura, by the way.
Sides in that sense. Now, whether that other
Crazy aura.
person takes it and uses it to their benefit, you can't control that, and it shouldn't be up to you to try and push that. But yes, also making sure that that forgiveness is for yourself as well, so you can move forward, whether it be with that person or alone, and
Like,
not
yeah.
take that burden on to the next relationship
Exactly.
if that
And literally an anchor for your growth.
relationship doesn't work out.
I completely agree, and I would forgive because
Not for real,
I've
stronger
been
aura than
forgiven.
us.
And I'm
Bro,
a
like
Christian,
Hitler got
so I
aura,
believe in
fam.
forgiveness.
Like even to this day, he's a horrible nigga, but we still talk about him like, oh, shit. That nigga low-key got conqueror hockey.
believe that we should forgive people because we have been forgiven.
You know, you can have short-term forgiveness and long-term forgiveness, and you know, it's like, are you addressing the root of the issue? And really, if you're truly forgiving, and forgiveness is something that comes with maturity and with life experience, it's the whole circle of forgiveness. You get so
Hitler was
much-
him. Let's not lie. Okay, Hitler just wasn't him, but he had aura. Hitler wasn't him, but he had aura.
You release the other person and yourself from.
Nigga thought about Hitler was
and then
him.
you can move forward from that
Yes.
point.
One thing that is interesting though is that there are 3 people from the cheater side who have sat down, but only one on the cheated on.
That is interesting.
I guess
yeah.
I'd be curious to hear.
Right? Like what? I would forgive my partner if they cheated on me. Y'all are cheaters. Y'all are cheaters. Y'all shut up.
More so about your guys' experiences, because it seems like in this
It was
instance
like the
you
false
were
Super
cheated on.
Saiyan. And them niggas, that's actually a great comparison, because them niggas are low key tough, but they just weren't them. They just weren't them. Y'all are frauds, fugazi, but they were tough. They just weren't it. They weren't them. Oh, that was a great one, Lana. Oh, hell yeah.
So I cheated on him.
Yes.
What? That was his bitch? You cheated on him?
And he forgave me. But I guess I'll let you explain that.
Forgiveness is a step-by-step process. It's
Y'all aren't together though, right?
not anything that does happen instant. And for us, that was something that we did step by step. And as you said, getting down to the root of it was a big thing,
Yes.
to where all questions have been answered.
Keith, if you're still with this bitch, hey, if this nigga's still with her,
All things that were left up to an idle mind are no
as
longer
the greatest Katie of all time, Aaron.
there. And
Aaron Yeager? But see, the thing is, Aaron did that for a bitch. He's so pussy.
so by getting down to the root of it, I can also figure out, okay, were there some areas that as a husband, I did not uphold what I needed to
Husband, does he still have that ring?
be? It might have been that you might have felt emotionally you couldn't feel like you can come to me.
So do you feel like you have equal blame in the cheating that
They still have that ring. This nigga's done. Hey. He's the only nigga on the cheated on side that said, yes, he sucks. I can't lie.
occurred?
Can I interrupt? I think that bringing the conversation to the concept of blame, I think you actually kind of have to understand the purpose of blame. And I think that the purpose of blame is to shift responsibility. When I have conversations around cheating, I really like to steer clear of the blame game because
Listen here, bitch. You're gonna take accountability on this show. You decided to go get fucked by another nigga. You did. You decided to step out on this relationship. You fucking whore. Stop trying to duck accountability. Be a fucking grown up. Stupid thought. Before I smack you with my dick,
You'd probably love that too, with your husband watching, huh? Fucking cheating ass bitch. What you talking about? I try to steer clear of the name game, like the blame game, bitch. You are to blame. Fuck out of here. If you have an issue with your significant other, talk to him about it. Stupid bitch. Get this cuck lord out my face.
the truth is, like, we all played a part, society included.
Wow, and she agrees. And this nigga still, oh man, society included. All right.
Can we have the disagreeers please step forward?
Yeah. Who are you cheating on?
Just to
Who
go
is this bitch cheating on?
back to kind of the imbalance that we saw there, I'd be curious to hear from the cheated on group first.
There was a few things.
Leon. His name is Leon. Leon. Life just isn't fair for some niggas.
I heard that I found interesting. One, you said about not using the blame game, and then also when you said about you felt like you may have had something to do with, not being a husband or whatever it may be. And those are things I kind of disagree with in the, like, I know most of us walk with good intentions in life, right? We're all trying to be a good person, yes? Or maybe not. But at the most part, you start off that way, right? But I guess the way I live my
That's
life,
new gen. First of all, Attack on Titan. I don't count Attack on Titan as new gen. It could be. Actually, yeah. Let me not say that. One of. Yeah, I was gonna say it ain't best, bro. JJK got it, bro.
don't give anybody any
From what I've heard.
excuse to do something wrong to me. So if you do something wrong to me, you had to kind of
Mid-gen?
go out of your way to do
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And this idea that
I'll call it new.
you start
I
saying,
don't
well,
care.
it must have been something I did. It actually might not have been. It might have been just the other person wasn't where you were at as a human being. And also the other thing I heard was about, you know, forgiving for yourself. I've never understood that statement. They did something wrong, I'm just gonna move on. You know, I'm not gonna hold any ill will to you, it just happened.
Can I respond to that?
Go ahead.
So I actually agree with the two things you said about the forgiveness. I have never understood that either. I just feel like, for me, if it works for other people, that's great. I actually have found healing in not forgiving people. And that's, I think there's a difference. I think I choose not to forgive them and then eventually I am indifferent towards them, is what I'm saying. I think there's a difference between not forgiving someone.
You're a cheater. Who are you trying to forgive?
And hating someone.
And I think most of that comes from, that narrative comes from usually the person who cheated, saying, you know, you forgive for yourself, but like, you never hear it coming from the actual person who got cheated on. And again, to that point, it seems it's always connected to, if you don't forgive, you're holding on to some ill will. No, I just don't think about it. It's done, and I'll just move on with life.
At least for me, I think that
Type.
it comes back around to honesty. I mean, any of us that were cheated on, I don't think it's any of our responsibility that our partner chose to be dishonest with us about anything. Because even if you assume that, you know, it was something you did, maybe you weren't being open enough, or maybe the conversation wasn't happening that needed to happen, it's still not your responsibility fully, I don't think. You can't force anyone to be faithful or to be honest or to be true.
And that's the interesting part, that, you know, someone gets cheated on, thinks, well, what did I do? Like, they should never think that.
With the early part of our marriage, what I thought a husband was, I go out, I make the check, and I come home and have sex. I'm
Okay. I mean, for the most part, like, I do want to come back home after a long, hard, honest day of work. And I want to get my balls licked. I can't lie. Like, why wouldn't I want to get my balls licked after a hard days of work? Getting that paper supporting, providing. Peak meal right there. Like, come on. Let's be realistic. Why wouldn't I want that in my life?
just being completely honest.
But you gotta play more than a part. Like you're not gonna keep a bitch around just by giving good dick, for the long term at least. Like you can give good dick, but that like bitch, nigga, there's good dick everywhere. Let me be real. Let me be real with you, chat. There's good dick everywhere. Pause. Heavy pause. You know what I mean? You gotta be able to provide the experience. You gotta be the experience that she can't replicate with another nigga. Can I get some snaps?
Honest, I didn't see nothing else emotional that I needed to bring to the table. So that does not make an excuse for somebody to go out and do something. Yes, we should go
Be
ahead and have
irreplaceable?
communication.
Hell
We should
yeah.
try to learn how to grow within this. But I feel like that was the importance of trying to figure out, where did I have any type of flaws?
Okay, but here, good. I hear you on that. You gotta provide more than money and dick, right? But did she step out and go get dick from another nigga? Cause what the fuck are we talking about here then? Cause what do you mean? What do you mean? You were tired of getting dick, so you went out and got more dick? Huh? How about you talk to me? Did she emotionally cheat? If she emotionally cheated, you're an emotional creature. You're a female, so that's still ass. Talk to me. This is before you go and cheat.
The husband, because even if we would have decided we're not going to work it out, I don't want to go and keep recreating the same type of marriage.
I just want to say, I think it's really interesting that you're the only person from the cheated on and I was the only person from the cheated side. And speaking from my personal experience, because my partner also used to be a cheater. And we came together and, maybe part of it is just us growing up, or we committed to each other, but we consciously made the decision to grow together, grow separately. And so I think if he were to cheat on me, I would not be able to forgive that, because it's like we promised each other this growth, and it would be less about the cheating itself, I think, for me. and more about the breaking the promise of the growth that we've made. And it's like,
I guess I hear what you're saying, Sophie, but yeah.
well, how am I supposed to trust you now?
There's one thing to go on a date with another person, but to go get more dick. Oh, you did.
And I was
Why are you hoeing her on her weight? She grew for sure. Hey, she looked kind of brolic though. The shoulder horizontally. You're hoeing. You're hoeing. Troll Lord.
wasn't ready to do that yet. And the guy I was with was a couple years older than me, and he went out and did that. And I could never forgive him because the physical thing was something that we could never fix. I wasn't gonna have sex with him, you know? So forgiveness for me was very hard because there was nothing to work on for me. So there was nothing to improve that relationship, so it was over.
I'm just curious, if he had, I have no idea what your relationship
No,
was like.
go
but,
for it, go for
If
it.
he had come to you and said, I love you, I care about you, this is something that I
This is humiliation. Let me tell you the world. Let me tell the world how you how I cucked you and you stayed with the humiliation ritual. Bro, I don't know how he's doing it, bro. He better than me. He's not. He's not.
need, how would you feel about, like, you know, allowing him to go out and do that, or would you like, we should just break up then?
Totally. I mean, I think that I was getting to the point of potentially being ready.
Open relationship?
But after
Oh, to
he
have
did that with
sex.
someone else, then I was like, okay, no. And I literally did not speak to a man for like 3-4 years. Like, it was a very emotional,
3-4 years?
traumatizing for me. I was only 16.
Ah, okay. Are you feeling any better about your ex? I'm struggling with the TBH. Even though I hate her for what she did, I still love her. Sap ass nigga.
Love is so rewarding when it's good, but it's so fair, easy to believe this channel. Now let's get back to the episode.
Emotional cheating is worse than physical cheating.
Now
Let me
let's
see,
get
wait,
back
let me
to
see the answers.
Emotional cheat.
39% yes. So it's really 60-40 here. I'm not surprised that the answer is 60-40 here. I'm not surprised, but it's like, why are you emotionally cheating? Like, what are we like? What are you doing?
Cheating is worse than physical cheating.
It's not worse. It's definitely not worse. She's the only one that agrees, of course. Her emo ass. And here this bitch go. You're just a slut. I already know how she get down, bro. Stop talking. We don't care about anything you have to say. You're everything you have to say is just invalid. It's void.
Worse. I've been cheated on twice in the past year.
Damn, bitch.
First was physical, the second was emotional. And to me,
How you catch a wait. How you catch a motherfucker emotionally cheating on you though? How you catch a nigga emotional? How you catch a motherfucker emotionally cheating on you though? How do you do that? You're emotionally cheating on me. Wait, how do you do that? How do you do that?
well, I don't want to bring it back to Jillian while she's standing over there, but we were talking about like the concept of virginity, and she was only 16. Like the physical cheating aspect, I was cheated on because I wasn't,
Ready?
I suppose, being sexual enough, despite the communication that we had going on. I was just kind of being lied to the whole time. But emotionally, for me, that's what relationships are built on. So lying about something.
Just the way she walks in on it. Surely the only way is they tell you. I think of a different whilst fucking you. I think of a different girl while fucking you. What? Could you imagine? Whoa. I tell my bitch I'm thinking of another female while fucking. I've done that before, but like, I couldn't imagine telling her. Why would you, like, what real nigga's gonna do that? What real nigga's gonna do that? What real nigga's gonna sit here, look his bitch in the eye, say, I'm thinking of your sister while I'm fucking you right now? What?
Something like that, or like having someone else on the side that you're giving those parts of you to, when I truly just want to like
A man of
live in the
God?
depths of, like,
What
saying,
you mean a man of God?
because we are in a
I am a man
relationship
of God.
now, it's just worse to me.
I'm
You hesitated
reformed.
to come up.
Hesitated to come up because I think the word worse is like, it implies that there's.
She's always trying to go for some loopholes and shit, bruh. It implies, I think, if we go, like, when you really think about it and look at, like, shut up, bitch.
Is a level of significance to whether you act on it or not. And I think ultimately,
Who married
it comes
her?
down to managing your own thought life. And as far as what you said about you not meeting his physical needs, I'd like to.
It was her, but yeah.
Oh, her.
Same-
Sorry.
You're
Sorry.
good. Same deal.
I'd love to shirk that off of you because what somebody else does in life is a reflection of them. not a reflection of you. So like as far as
Yeah.
the, oh, I didn't meet physical needs of my partner, I think you can't really say that because if they weren't vocal about it, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely, which is like that
Yeah.
was the
Okay,
main
that's the first real shit she's ever said. That's the first real shit she's ever said.
reason.
I'm trying not to get lost in her wholation. You know what I'm saying?
One of the only reasons that we broke up, and I called it off.
That's whole translation for you niggas that don't understand.
And I was still never apologized.
W
to
yep.
or acknowledge that it even happened.
Yeah.
Because
You said
that
a cuck
betrayal
married her?
was so,
Yeah. I heard you.
Tangent. It was a lot easier for me to let go of it. But having like a deep emotional connection with someone, I like tried again with an ex, and then I ended up getting emotionally cheated on. I had much more of a deeper
You went back to an ex,
investment
bro.
in the character of that person, and I cared very deeply about where we were going in life and how we were growing together, and to sort of have that growth cut off, you know, is something
Type
different
shit.
entirely. I do like what you said though about using the word worse and like how that.
How there's like
Yeah.
a level of significance to betrayal, whether it's actually
Right now she
executed
looks
with
so
your body or
serious.
not.
She's
Yeah.
thinking of her
I
response.
think that
Like she's trying to be so critical on this shit. Bitch, you're a cheater. Like shut up. Pre-app.
extends to betrayal, whether it's actually executed with your body or not.
Yeah,
I think that
it's still betrayal.
yeah, it's still a betrayal, right?
So I have a long history of cheating, unfortunately.
Did y'all hear my stomach turning? Please tell me you heard my stomach turning right there. Cause that was actual like that's actually how I'm feeling right now. Who allowed Unfortunately, so you go and cheat yourself. Like she's just talking, bro. Who's getting cheated on by this woman? The fuck? Did I just get hit with an ad? Wow.
And I have both physically cheated and emotionally cheated. The way my various partners responded was different. I don't think that it's fair to say one is worse than the other.
Yeah, I kind of agree. Because at first I was standing back there, I'm like, physical has to be worse. But then I'm like,
I ain't letting no
everybody has a
ginger
different,
woman cheat on me. What's wrong with a ginger?
standard or a different experience. I can't say what's worse for somebody else, what maybe for me. The other thing is, I don't understand. I'm not sure I even know what emotional cheating actually
What
is.
dirty dick
I'm
Joe
sitting there
punching
like,
dick in her?
I'm like, what is what is emotional cheating?
What
Yeah.
that means at all.
So emotional cheating, like when, let's say, you're going to someone and talking to them about the problems
Okay.
in your relationship,
Venting therapy work? A therapist? Really? A therapist?
and they're offering that advice. They're offering you comfort.
They're giving you everything that you want.
Yeah, that you're
and you-
desiring
okay,
at that
yeah,
point
yeah.
when you're actually supposed to be going to
To-
your spouse or to the person that you're with.
Okay.
I agree with you, but I
Yeah,
would take it
okay.
a step further and say you can emotionally cheat and like they not know about your spouse or your partner. Like it's about having a relation, like you're talking to them with the way you talk to your partner. Because I have my my high school sweetheart. I was in love with someone else. I was in love with two people at the same time. It was very complicated, but before
She seems so proud. Like she looked like. Did you see how
I was
she
in
looked?
love with someone
How
else,
she
I
just
was in
rolled
love
her
with two people
eyes?
at the same time. It was very complicated.
Bitch was reminiscing on the good old days. She still cheats, bro. She still cheats. Her
But
fat ass.
before
Probably cheating on your fucking way.
before anything ever physically happened, I was emotionally cheating on my boyfriend at the time because I was talking to this guy like he was my boyfriend too, even though we weren't.
And this is why niggas say you can't get no boy best friend. Fuck is a boy best friend. Cause that nigga gonna want fuck. This is what they mean by emotionally cheating. It's literally like look, emotional cheating is literally just like the boy best friend. It's the demo and pre-lobby before the physical fucking cheating and shit. That's the emotional cheating is the nigga putting in the work to eventually fuck. That's all it is. That's all it is. So boy best friend, girl best friend, all that bullshit. Man, nigga, kick that shit to the curb. Man, ain't trying to hear that. Only thing she cheating on is fast food place she's going to for the week. Sorry, McDonald's. I was feeling Domino's.
You know, and I know people who have
Hoeing, you're hoeing, you're hoeing, you're hoeing, you're hoeing.
divorced who have left their marriages because it was like, well, I fall
You know,
in love
Rambo.
with someone else, even though we've never done anything physical. Whereas
Some
by
niggas
that
need to
same
get
token,
their
you can also have like
their
a one-night
cock
stand,
chopped.
and it be purely physical and not emotional cheating at all.
It's funny because like,
What's
A one-night stand, and it be purely physical and not emotional cheating at all.
it's funny 'cause, like, it seemed like you're describing when you're trying to get to know about somebody because you want to date them. So that's why it's kind of like really.
Let me help you.
Yeah, it's kind of like confusing me.
Emotional cheating begins when you have a relationship with somebody that your partner is not aware of.
Okay.
And
A
the
romantic
depth-
relationship.
Yeah.
So for me, you know, I think lots of things. I look at lots of people. I expect that whoever I'm with is thinking whatever they're thinking while they're looking at people. And relationships that we all have with each other, you know, for me, like my girlfriends or what, and I've been cheated on.
Can we get this nigga in the Old Testament or something? Why can't we get any like modern niggas?
And cheated, and it's all complex and complicated and based on a case-per-case basis until they take action, some kind of action where they're physically engaging with another
This
person.
nigga speaking in King James version. Like what?
They're not
Brogan cheating on
me
him
as far
BC
as I'm
6.
concerned because they're living life as a human being and they're just feeling and thinking and fantasizing and doing all the things that we all do because we're human beings, and that's
He was in the crowd when David beat Goliath.
Dude.
And that's how you feel.
Yeah,
about it.
Yeah, that's
say,
how
yeah,
I feel
yeah.
about it. That's why I said it about 3 or 4
As
times.
someone who
yeah.
has cheated, did you feel, if you've ever felt some type of way, whether it be guilt or anything, did you feel worse about emotionally cheating or physically cheating?
I've never emotionally cheated. I'm a human being and I live my life. And if I think something or I have a relationship
I
with
plan it out and make it happen.
her where I'm telling her about my relationship and I'm falling in love with her, that's okay. I can feel that. But until I do something about it, I haven't cheated. I haven't done anything to my partner.
That's the mind of a cheater right there.
I've been cheated on
He
multiple
was there throwing rocks at
So
you.
it's just like, and it's always been like a physical thing, and it's really hurt me, and that's why I think the physical is worse for me.
That was a good one, that was a good
personally,
one, that
than
was a
maybe
good
the
one.
Emotional would be, but I can totally see both sides
That was a good
because
one.
emotional is but emotional is difficult too. But for me, the thing that sets my like romantic relationship apart from a best friendship is the physical
Intimacy.
stuff. For me, I can have tight relationships with other guys, but I'm not going to go sleep with them because I'm not romantically involved.
Oh, I'm still very close with my high school sweetheart. We're
Totally.
very good friends.
Yes, and I.
And that nigga can instantly get a quick back door, a quick nut, and fuck her cuck of a husband's wife. So we're cutting that shit out immediately. Like why? Who's giving this woman the time of day? You couldn't get the time of day out of me. What time is it? I walk right past you. I don't even answer. The time, you couldn't get the time of day. Is that not fucking crazy? She wouldn't give you the time of day, little nigga. You could ask her what time it is. She'd be, huh? Walk right past your ugly ass. That's insane, boy.
I have exes too that I can be like, we're chill, you
And
know,
it-
but I'm not gonna go hook up with you in the car, like, you know what I mean?
Right,
Like,
and we have that
it's
trust.
just-
Like
yeah.
I said, I think at the end of the day, it's situational. It's for some people, emotional cheating might be worse. For some people, physical
Too much
cheating might be worse.
eating.
For some people, it's the same.
Yeah.
Everybody does
interesting.
it.
Let's move on to the next prompt.
Okay.
I would date someone who cheated on others in the past.
I would date someone who cheated on others in the past? Yes, no. Ooh. Ooh. This one right here is tricky. Cause it's like you can have like a crazy epiphany, like damn, like you could sit here and think like damn, I lost someone that really cared about me, and everyone else out here is just really some thoughts, hoes and shit. Like I don't ever want to lose that again. So I come across someone that's cool, but then I tell them, I openly tell them in the beginning, I cheated in my past life, but I grew from that. I learned it was wrong. I don't ever want to do that to somebody. Damn, that's crazy. But I don't know, bro. how old were you when you did it? Like, how long ago was it? Like, how long were y'all in the relationship? How long were y'all dating before? Oh my God, how long were y'all dating and you cheated? How long ago was it? Right, Lana? Right, Lana? Right? It's cool. Like, I'm not gonna hold your past experiences into some new shit. You're a person trying to learn and grow in life. So, but it's just like, damn, bro. You better go up, cuck lord.
So fast.
I agree wholeheartedly. A person's past is indicative of who they were at that point in time, not necessarily who they want to become or who they are in the present.
That's what I said, but I don't like it coming from her mouth. I don't like it coming from her mouth at all. I can't lie.
Moment, and I think what's most important is who we are in the present moment.
I agree too, because I believe people can change. I changed, so I believe that. Now, can you make someone change? Like,
no, hell no.
Obviously not, but I agree with that.
Yeah. No, I agree wholeheartedly. I feel like if somebody did something, you know, say for example in their 20s and they're in their mid 30s now,
I mean, yeah, she just makes it complicated.
There's things that I've done, and so I feel like it would be wrong for a person to say, hey, you can't change, you can't come out of that, and so
give a few more years and you can look like Zeus
because you did something to somebody else.
Record of Ragnarok.
I think those are things that you would only figure out like the surface level stuff early on anyway, before you get down to the deeper details.
I am currently dating somebody who used to cheat, maybe even worse than I did. And I mean, to your point about cheating in your 20s, I think the last time I cheated on anybody was maybe like 5 to 7 years ago.
Oh shit, good progress. Fucking, man, I'm pissed.
And, you know, like I was saying before, my partner and I, we made a commitment to each other to help each other be the best versions of ourselves that we can be. And I'm very secure in my relationship. I have my moments, but that has more to do with like me than it does him. When he goes out, I'm like, oh, see you later. Like it doesn't, there's no doubt in my mind that he is faithful.
Since I began my marriage as with, I proceeded to have 3 of his babies.
What'd she say?
Since I began my marriage as an affair, the man that I have been with for the last 10 years is the man that I cheated with. I proceeded to have 3 of his babies.
The nigga she cheated with, they got married? He wifed a nigga, he wifed a bitch he stole? 3 kids?
And we now have a fabulous life, but in the beginning, the amount of paranoia and anxiety that came from the fact that you cannot control anybody else's behavior but your own was insane. And so I think coming to terms with accepting the realization that what is inside of my control and what is outside of my control was liberating.
I'm interested to hear the disagreeers because again, I think we have 3 people on the cheater side and then 1 on the cheated on. So disagreeers, please step forward.
I don't disagree. I didn't hear the prompt.
So
I think I honestly.
I mean, everything everybody said sounds great on a Christmas card, I guess.
Basically, it was a bunch of bullshit.
If I'm being honest, because at the end of the day, I think, I don't say that disrespectfully, I mean, at the end of the day, we all still are human beings, right? And we go off experience, okay? For instance, in my situation, I was married, but at the time, I didn't know how many times prior to that she cheated, right? So again, when you meet somebody, you don't straight away know off the bat, oh.
You didn't ask?
They've been cheating. As you go along and as you go through the situation, you start to go back to those conversations and stories you've had, and it's like, oh, that was the behavior that was always there, you just didn't know it, right? Would you take a banker who's stolen money in the past? You're kind of gonna be like, I don't think I'm gonna do that. Like, so I think it's situational.
Damn.
And how you meet the person and how you grow. Like, even you said, you had your affair and now you're married with 10 years with 3 kids. It grew into something, but you started off with paranoia, but
right.
it grew into something real, right? So I think it's, again, very situational.
I mean, it was even real in the affair, okay? So, like, I kind of want to get ahead of the narrative that, like, people...
Wait, you use Bing, Lana? Or is that just some quick shit? Do you use Bing?
Fall in love when they cheat because it's a fantasy. And I think if it were a fantasy, it wouldn't hurt so bad, right? So I really like to keep it in the reality sector just because I think it invalidates the experience. And what you just shared actually hits on the fact that your wife, ex-wife, your ex-wife had serial cheating. And I am of the belief that serial cheating exists if you don't understand why you do it. So if we do not actually do the deep dive and understanding why we behave the way that we behave, we'll never be able to correct. So from the beginning, she was deceitful with you, right? Like, I think that if I get the opportunity in the future.
Damn! Did this bitch just get me? I mean, she's not wrong though. If you don't know why you're cheating, you're gonna continue cheating until you actually get to the bottom of that shit. Fuck, bro, this bitch is starting to make more and more sense as the video goes on. This is how she cheats. She's a manipulator.
Future to go into another relationship, which it's already disclosed on the internet, so whatever. But I'm going to be upfront, you know, like I have a history of deceiving people I love, and I am capable of it.
What did I just fucking see?
Curious, do any of you guys have kids?
Yeah,
Looked it on Google.
And
Went to the
I think that brings up a whole nother dynamic
Was
for
it
me.
Bing
from
pic?
when I was
Nah, nigga, you use Bing. You're gross.
in my, 'cause I
In
had
the big
kids
2024,
involved.
you might be
And that
cutting.
was kind of like, and you know, it's like, I'm not saying
My
that's
God.
worse or better, because cheating is cheating, regardless. But again, being real and being a human being, you're gonna react a different way because you've got kids involved.
So I'm gonna
Do you think
expose
you're going to
them.
be a lot more, you know, when you go and date again, would you be a lot more stringent on your requirements than now that you do have your own kids?
I think that's
You're a banger.
thing. Not saying that's justifiable, but
Get
like,
good.
you're gonna have standards. You've been through one thing. There's certain things that you're gonna not tolerate. The whole dating thing is kind of put on hold because my focus is on kids, especially in a society that downplays fathers in their kids' lives. And because I came from a two-parent household, I'm very like, I'm gonna be there for my kids no matter
Shut up before I
what.
get my
Like
goo
even
back.
right now, if they're calling right now, I'll be out of here.
I want to hear more from the disagreeers. Is that like a requirement now that if they were a cheater in the past, you won't even consider dating them,
Well,
or is it case by case?
It's interesting. For me, I think it is case by case. The main reason for me disagreeing with this prompt was because it's about the serial cheating thing. Like the person who physically cheated on me was a serial cheater before me, and has continued to be like since our breakup. And I would never, ever, ever touch that with a 10-foot pole again.
Bitch, shut up. Obviously, you're not gonna like go back to him if he's a serial cheater. But how would you know he's a serial cheater now? She keeping tabs on the nigga because at one point she did want to go back. Man,
I was a serial cheater.
How'd you change?
Well, here's the thing.
I'm about to say, yeah.
Yeah, I'll get to that. I'm the only child of a single mom, so there was no father at home. There was no example of what a healthy relationship is in terms
fair.
of a man and a woman. So, and I grew up with a lot of female energy, so I had aunts and grandmothers and stuff who were all raising me. So I had a very emotional aspect to my being, and so because of that I craved female attention, and so whenever females would give me attention, it was just like, oh, if they wanted to do whatever, I was on board. I'm like, let's go, you know, it's life,
Hey, this nigga low-key talking.
and this is great. And then after about, you know, after starting to mature and grow up a little bit, I'm like, this doesn't feel good. This doesn't feel like the right thing to do, you know. I can't even explain it. It just kind of descended into my being, and I was like, this is not you. You're not this person. And that's where I found one sense of my character and integrity about myself.
I am also a serial cheater, and my partner was a serial cheater as well. And we were very honest with each other in the beginning. As soon as it was serious, you know, hey, I have this history. Oh, me too. And he was able to communicate to me, this is why I made these horrible choices. So I am confident that he wouldn't make those choices again.
For those who have been serial cheaters and now found themselves or gone through and understand, I guess what would you say to the people who have been serial cheated on? Because it's interesting, like you guys have gone through something and you figured stuff out, and you always hear those people who are like, why am I always finding that guy or that girl and they're always cheating on me? Like how, what do you say to them?
I'm speaking
Move on.
from experience, not with cheating, but with other things, that sometimes when someone has trauma from a relationship, that you enter your next relationship thinking, oh, this person's gonna save me. This is gonna be the person who fixes my trauma. And it becomes this cycle of trauma where that person then is like, oh, this person thinks of me as their savior, and they'll take advantage of that. And that
That's the most real, on God shit she's ever said ever. Like this whole video. That was some real shit right there. That was some real shit right there, boy. Round of applause for her. Hey, good shit. Good shit, good shit, good shit, good shit, my nigga.
That is not like I'm not victim blaming. That is not to say that like and it's your fault.
No, but that's a relationship thing.
Yeah.
What you're talking about is like in relationships when you find yourself finding the same kind of people, you have to stop finding people and go, what is it about me? What do I have to figure out about me and what's going on? And how I feel about other people and what my boundaries are and all
She needs a
kinds of
cereal
things.
diet.
It's the types of energy that you might be unconsciously like looking
attracting.
for.
Yeah.
Not even necessarily attracting, but like sometimes when a person is traumatized in a certain way, unconsciously. You will chase that
Looking
trauma
for it.
over
Exactly,
and over
yeah,
again.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I think what you said about boundaries, I mean, that is the key. And I think a lot of people don't understand that like boundaries is not saying like
I'm going to.
you can't control other people, like you're saying.
You just said, after you typed that, he's just like, damn. He's just like, damn.
A boundary is like, if you do this, I'm not going to talk to you anymore. It's the consequence of the person crossing that boundary.
Oh, that's real. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. My dog, AMS, he said it to, I saw a video today. He said, if that bitch want to leave and then come back 2 weeks later, you can't just accept it. You gotta tell her, all right, you gotta suck a whole lot of dick. Because why would you leave for 2 weeks? I don't like how you did that. You gotta suck a whole lot of dick right now. There's gotta be consequences to your actions. Set that boundary.
There are much
Be a fucking man.
worse things that can break a relationship than cheating.
Join our Middle Ground Patreon to watch this exclusive prompt.
It's okay to express attraction to others while in a relationship.
What? At least you can have all that time using them out that you didn't go to waste, I guess. Hell is very hot for you. You have your own room.
As the only person from the cheated on section, I think that it is okay because personally for me, again, like talking about how I think that relationships are built on honesty and communication, I would rather know that you have attraction to
My own
someone
room?
than you just keep that on the back burner and not tell me. Like, let me know. Like, let me, you know, attraction is human. Love is only human. Desire is human. I have not cheated on anyone. I have absolutely no plans to cheat on anyone. But like, if I found someone attractive, I would tell my partner. My current girlfriend is amazing, and I would hope that she would feel open in telling me that as well. And I like to open a lot of
Attraction. Fair.
my conversation. I mean, a lot of my relationships with that conversation, and just like be like, hey, can you just like let me know if anything goes that way?
Well, I love what you just said because it really speaks volumes to your individual security in revealing your authentic self inside of your relationship. So well done, you. I also think that if we have an innate response to something that we see and we actually don't give it voice to it, we're ultimately putting ourselves in a place of denial. And denial is not just a river in Egypt. And what it ends up doing is you start suppressing yourself and making yourself smaller for the comfort of having your relationship, which then means your relationship becomes the goal rather than you being an individual who can be seen, valued, and understood inside of the relationship.
You know, me and my partner have shared these things, but
That chat GPT ass response. Bitch, no. Fuck out of here. Express express attraction to others. Yeah, you can look at someone and be like, oh, they're attractive. But express your attraction? Like, if I see my bitch commenting under Michael B. Jordan or Kelly Oubre's Instagram flicks like a groupie ass bitch, you're cut. You're off my team.
But like I also have struggled with my own insecurities, and so he always makes sure to add in like, but like you know. So I think it
Well done, you.
depends on who it is, but I think I agree that yes.
Do you want a gold star?
Voice, because then of course like if I don't
Fuck outta
know,
here.
let's say my partner finds someone attractive and I catch him looking, and then I'm like, why are you, you know what I mean? And so then I might get suspicious. Is like, why have you not said anything to me?
But wouldn't you say that your insecurities are for you to manage, not your partner?
Oh yeah. No, yeah. No, I mean that's
so
my issue.
him or her changing their behavior because of your insecurities would lead them to a place of inauthenticity.
Oh.
I don't love the way, I don't like her.
Well, I want to make it very clear. I didn't ask him to do that.
Oh, okay,
That just comes from him. And maybe it comes from him because he knows I've struggled with insecurities, but I haven't said to him, and you need to do this. That's not, it's just him expressing himself.
You know, for me, it's like when I start a relationship, I want communication, you know, and it's very important that we're able to talk with each other about everything because we're two human beings who have feelings, and unless you act on those feelings, you know, and sometimes I think talking about it
Get in the gym
can keep
then.
you from acting on it as well. You know, all that openness can keep things.
Nah, that's real though. That's real though. Cause if her nigga seen Ruby Rose and was like, damn, she bad as shit, I'd crack, I'd fuck it, babe. I know I said I retired as a serial cheater, but if Ruby Rose came in this goddamn living room right now, stripped naked for me, I'm fucking. She's like, well, you know I don't look like that. You better start looking like that, bitch. Get in the gym. Like, come on.
You know, just
Yeah.
I think it can help.
Well, the partner that physically cheated on me, I don't know if she's fully polyamorous, but that's sort of where she tends to lean, and I knew that going in, but she was not being real with me about it. So, like, I would rather you come tell me when you find someone attractive and we discuss the possibility of even trying that than you to just go behind my back and not do that. Because I don't think that I'm poly, but like I would rather have honesty and communication and openness.
And that is cheating. I think if somebody is polyamorous and they're not honest,
about it,
that is absolutely
So yeah,
cheating.
we
There
started
has
off
to be
with that.
communication. Because I am queer, you know.
What does that even mean? What is queer, bro? Because that nigga Cam came in here, said, "You're queer." I was like, what? I was like, what? Cheated on by a girl by your ungendered? Shit's tragic. She probably cheated with another bitch, though. Queer's gay? Month 6 amongst us. LGBT motherfucker. Queer? So what the, okay, but what is queer? Cause gay, I don't know.
So I often will find like women and non-binary people attractive, and my partner is a male, and he's very okay with that, and not in like a gross, creepy way, but like he understands that.
Queer is an umbrella term that encompasses people who are not heterosexual or not cisgender. Originally, it meant strange or peculiar. So what the hell does that even... Okay, umbrella term that encompasses people who are not heterosexual or not cisgender. What the hell is a cisgender? Kissgender? What is a cisgender? Strange or peculiar? So if a nigga acts weird or strange or peculiar, he's just queer? That doesn't, you're automatically just queer? What if you're just a weird nigga? Or just a strange nigga that's straight? His gender is like your birth gender and you identify by that. I'm a nigga that likes pussy. I don't like,
that like I'm also going to be attracted to like these other genders, and so us discussing, you know, who we find attractive is a very natural part.
Weird way of saying you normal. Like, come on, like what? Like why couldn't you just why can't they just say that shit, bro? They're always trying to make some shit weird and some loophole shit, bro. Fuck.
Discussing, you know, day-to-day life, I think.
And I reassure him too. I'm always like, you're the best.
I personally don't believe that there should be any attraction to anyone, especially for marriage, speaking on marriage. We believe in monogamy. We believe in one, you know, man and wife. And I do believe that we should not,
So why'd you cheat?
not have any type of attraction to anyone. It leads to problems, and it absolutely can lead to you know, even cheating. Yeah, if you are feeling that way in your relationship, then obviously that does need to be expressed But that tells a lot about, hey, there's something deeper going on in your relationship that needs to be fixed.
So you're saying like you walk down the street, you've never seen, an attractive man and been like, oh,
Man,
like,
I actually know
that
she's
man's
doing
hot.
that husband, but man, right? I peeped that too. Man. Come on, bro.
I don't look.
An attractive man and been like, oh, like that man's hot. Never.
I don't look at other men and think that, I can't do that to.
Lies. She's lying. Cause there's no. So then, how did you end up bouncing on another nigga's cock? If you can't do that, like she's lying, dude. Like you're lying. Cause if I'm in a relationship right now and I see Ice Spice and Ruby Rose, I'm gonna be like, damn. Those are some bad bitches with fat asses. Like they attractive. They're attractive. They just don't become. I am a robot. Like, come on, bro. She's lying. Nigga, I'm gonna be attracted to another sex, especially with the fat ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is she talking about? She's trying to get brownie points. What's the brownie points to say? Duh? She cheating again for sure. There's no way out of this one, bitch.
Especially being a Christian, I can't look at other men.
Oh, she brought the cross. Come on, bro. Don't bring Jesus into your bullshit. Come on, don't do that shit. Don't do that. Oh, don't do that, baby. Don't do that.
And say like, oh, that man is,
Is it
if
because
I can't be
sorry,
sexually, I'm not
because
sexually
you're a
attracted.
Christian, or is it because you're you?
Ooh, she got her with that one. Yep, thank you. No, thank you. This is the first time I've ever agreed with this bitch. Thank you. Look at her. Like a deer in fucking headlights. Don't even know what to say. Stupid thought. Fuck out of here.
Now it's because I am a believer, and I do believe in the cross. I believe in Jesus Christ, and I believe that He is my Savior. He's my Lord and Savior, and I believe.
We're not. That's not what. Okay.
In the Bible, I believe in the whole Bible, not just a little bit of the Bible, but the whole entire Bible.
Okay. It's funny because.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god. I don't know how God or Jesus, I don't know how he forgives 24/7. He's better than me. This nigga took her back, ring and all. I could never.
Because part of me is like, no, but part of me is like, yes, because we are human beings, and attraction is part of life. So I will say that. It's funny, that worked against me, meaning most of us, when you go out and date somebody, I'm assuming you find them very attractive, right? So in my head, I'm gonna expect people to look at my wife or girlfriend as they're walking down the street, and even though sometimes it's rude to make certain comments. I've been in that, but I was the kind of person where I was like, I didn't care because as far as I know, she's with me and she's going to get looks. But because I didn't react, that was a problem. Because I didn't get jealous, and I'm like, why am I?
No. Depends. It depends. It depends on how they say it. If they look at you, be like, "Oh shit, it's you." All right, bro. Then you hit them with the appreciate it. But if he hits you with the damn, like, if he hits you with the damn baby, as if you're in front, like you're with her, and it's as if you're not even there. Your presence is not there. You have no conqueror hockey, no aura, and he's just trying to rizz up your hoe. That's when you hit him with the, hey, watch out, little nigga. What the fuck is you doing? Yeah, keep stepping, little bitch. Hit him with the. You gotta check that nigga, bro. He G-checking you right in front of your bitch. If he hit it with the, I don't care. That's when she's gonna look at you like, wait, you don't care if another nigga tries to come and take me from you? Like, that's the only reason. There's a reason why this nigga got cheated on. Damn. Did I just victim blame? My bad, bro.
Jealous. I'm with
your bald ass.
you. This is where I got confused. are people just coming up in your relationship saying, hey, he's attractive, she's like, how does that work?
I mean,
guess personally.
my boyfriend's the same way. He is like, yeah, like, you know, he wants me to like go out and people look at me, and he's.
Their town has to have a population of 45 people max, and there's like 7 women there. That's just the only. That's all I'm gonna say. That's.
And I think that's, of course, you know, sometimes I want him to be a little, you know, of course, yeah, of course, a little bit.
Yeah.
But I actually think that's right. I actually think that's a healthy way to go, is to be secure in the relationship, be like, yeah, my partner is hot and I get to be with them. I think that's a healthy way to go.
And my other question is this in the same line as emotional cheating? Because I've just kind of learned the definition of that, and then you've just said that, and I'm seeing back, and I'm like, wait, this sounds like emotional cheating.
No, I would say emotional.
This nigga got brainwashed. She's a liberal now. Holy fucking shit.
Emotional cheating is like you're developing a romantic connection with another.
Only person looking at you is the employee.
And
trying to
emotional
take
cheating
your
is
order?
also secretive most of the
Yes.
time.
Okay.
A lot
Prior
of times.
Okay.
Having an open conversation with your partner about like, I mean, you watch a movie and you're like, oh, you know, the actress is kind of hot,
Yeah.
you know?
Or, like with my current boyfriend, I am honest. We honestly make jokes about it sometimes. Like I was like, "Oh, are you into her? Are you into her?" And he's like, "No," you know. But like obviously,
Good answer.
I know that he like might think that she's pretty,
Yeah.
but that's a
He's lying.
Attraction,
I'm
that's
playing.
physical attraction. There's so
man.
much more to a relationship that you can bank on. It's like an emotional thing, or like, are you there for me when I call you?
One question. Do you think, based on that, do you think that's a healthier way?
I'm trying to get my own for you.
That, you know,
Hell is. I don't think hell's prepared for you, buddy.
out of our choice that we might find someone attractive.
I forgot this nigga was immediate. Like, he was actually so invisible, and he's been in frame the whole time. This nigga hasn't been saying shit.
Keep that hidden into yourself.
Is that what it was like whenever it was the Sonny versus Killer shit? Was I just sitting here letting these niggas argue like, oh shit?
Okay, so I think you should definitely, like, if it's a celebrity or something, like, obviously I'm not gonna go and like, and two,
Yeah,
I think too,
celebrity
like when
crushes.
you're saying attraction,
Yes.
there's attraction and then there's sexual attraction. So I think that there needs to be
As long as this nigga knows that if Lil Baby shot a DM at this bitch in vanish mode, she's looking at it, answering, saying, all right, here's my details, flight details, got my passport, deleting the DM out her IG and linking that nigga, talking about some girls trip, I'm okay with that. As long as he knows that Lil Baby can come and take his hoe. That's all that matters. Cuck lord.
they're two different things. I used to tell him, like, oh my God, when I was little, I used to love like Raspy, Chris Brown, all of them. Like, I used to think that they were so, like, you know, handsome. But like in my marriage, I don't see another man and be like, ooh. Like,
If Chris Brown hit her up right now, someone needs to get this clip to Chris Brown. Do this as like as a quick test, a loyalty test, because I'm sick and tired of these lying ass, trifling ass bitches. This nigga needs to, oh my God, if Chris Brown sent this bitch a DM, she's folding. Prime origami, Baby Yoda origami. Y'all remember Baby Yoda? Fucking laundromat. Oh my God. Folding and crumbling like wet paper in the rain.
like he is.
I have a question.
Yeah, no.
Like, I'm not.
I have a question.
Lying.
If you guys are done talking, I don't want to interrupt.
Do you have something to say?
Yeah, and so I think that also defining it within your relationship is very important
Yeah,
too. So like
totally. What
to
works
say
for you?
exactly. So we may look at the terminology different, and so like for us, for example, if I say that I'm attracted to somebody, and we had to break this down even in our relationship. If I say I'm attracted to somebody, that means that I'm willing to pursue them just within us. That's what we came to an agreement of. Now I may say like, oh, they have a nice hairstyle or they have nice eyes or something like that. That's just a quick acknowledgement, and
That bitch bad.
we may compliment them on it and just keep it moving. And that's just in our definition of what we have within our marriage.
If you cheat on someone, you are not in love with them.
Oh shit.
Agreeers. Oh, I'm sorry. I messed that up.
Oh no.
Agreeers? Oh, sorry.
Wow.
Apologies.
You are not in love with them, right?
Yeah, not.
Okay.
Oh shit, this is crazy. Finally home. What's up, Diego? Oh, you were at nigga. You were at work last time when you came in here, nigga. Are you? Nigga came in here and said hey, and then went back to work. You're a funny nigga. What's up, bro? What's up, bro? Was work cool? Was work cool?
I stuttered because I was trying to think in their own right.
Damn, that's a fat ass to keep it moving. Can you imagine? Yo, Diego, is cheating always wrong?
Statement. I don't think they are. If you really are truly in love.
Oh, that's a crazy question. I don't know, bro. See, look, not always. Oh God, if you cheat on someone, you are not in love with them? Agree or disagree? Damn. Now, from like a regular person that sees it, like, oh yeah, for sure, like disagree. But like, you gotta keep in mind, sometimes people cheat, and they don't realize. Like, okay, chat. I'm not gonna lie, I've never cheated, but like, I was talking to someone, and then I fucked another bitch, and I was like, oh my God. I was really just like, you won't know. I was like, you won't know. That was bad. No, you shouldn't have done that to her. And I ended up letting them go because I was just like, no, bruh. Like, you don't know. Sometimes you don't know if you actually fuck with that person for real. But you shouldn't have to cheat to do that, bruh. Always depends on the situation. Hey, you're not wrong, bro. But damn, hold on, what they got to say?
Think about is that other person, right? You want to be with them, you want to try and do right with them, even though there may be certain things you do up and down that may not displease them, but you're learning together. But going out and being unfaithful to them and then turn around saying you still love them, it just doesn't sit right.
Damn, nah, you're right. Nah. That's crap. He's not wrong. No. It's a respect thing. Fuck love. If you respect me, you're already gonna be loyal to me. Cause you wouldn't do some stupid shit. If you respect me, you wouldn't do shit that would actually just like, fucking like, hurt me, make me feel bad, make me feel dumb, make me feel small. If you respect me, you would never do some shit like that. So I understand. Nah. If you cheat on someone, I don't know, because there's some people that, damn, life is it depends on the situation, bro. Always depends. Oh man, they love you for you, but they cheat because obviously someone else has what you don't. It's not that they don't love you, but it's more that they love multiple people. If you're in a real relationship and cheat, you're godless. Whoa, why you say that, Diego? Why you think that?
It doesn't.
What if you were godless, but this person makes you like feel some type of way, like they make you think and like, damn, like I'm trying to get spiritually, like you get spiritually connected. What if you find God while you're in that relationship?
Logically makes sense to me in that aspect. Thoughts?
Okay.
Because I know you're itching.
I'm itching.
You said something else,
I
you're
think
stupid?
that falling in love is an experience. In my experience, I had never.
Nah, but realistically, I've never cheated on, like when I was in a relationship with a like I will never go in and date someone and then cheat. I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could. I've never done it. And I realized I was like that because there was one time I was dating this one girl. Me and my friend were at the mall, and then he set up this two-man. We went to this girl's apartment. And then we're just chilling, we're talking at the pool and shit. And then one of them was on me, and I was like, wait, she's like, oh, you want to go upstairs with me? And like, blah, blah, blah. I was like, wait, I have a girlfriend. And then she got off of me for a second. She's like, well, you have a girlfriend? I was like, yeah. And then my friend looked at me. He looked at me so pissed because I sold the two-man. He looked at me because I sold the two-man, but I was just like, wait, I was like, but I have a girlfriend. I'm not gonna cheat. In my head, I was like, I have a girlfriend. I'm not gonna cheat. I don't know, bro. I don't know. In the U.S., everyone is cheating. Hey, you're not wrong. Nah. I know some loyal niggas though. I know. Most of my niggas is loyal.
Countered.
All my niggas is loyal. None of my niggas would ever cheat. Like none of my niggas, if they got in an actual relationship, if they made someone their girlfriend, they're not gonna cheat. None of my niggas would do that. No.
Experience of falling in love. I can say with certainty today that my episode of cheating was definitely the experience of falling in love. When I was with the partner that I cheated on, it was a part of a plan. There was a plan to get married. There was a plan to have kids. There was a plan to make sure everything we did was in the best interest of each other.
It wasn't an experience to grow with each other.
Whereas the aspect of falling in love, there was no plan. I crossed paths with somebody who lit my soul on fire, and all logic went out the window.
Was that sorry?
As a female, any of the college chicks that get a different cock every day in some failed societies. I'm sick of that shit. Bro, Diego, it's wicked out here, bro. It's wicked out here. Bitches are knowingly. Hey, I need you to listen. I need you to actually look into my eyes when I say this. Bitches are knowingly getting STDs and giving them out to other niggas. Huh? There was one bitch that got one. She got I think it was chlamydia. I think she got chlamydia. Gave it to a nigga, right? Gave it to a nigga for revenge. She wanted to get back on the nigga, gave him chlamydia. I sent her a therapist. I sent her a link to BetterHelp. Y'all know BetterHelp? Y'all know that online therapy shit. I sent her that. I said, you need help. I've been blocked on all platforms ever since. I don't know if the bitch got better or not. She didn't. I seen her shaking ass on her TL one day. It was bad, bro. It was bad, bro. She didn't want to listen to it. She did. Hey, it is what it is.
Sorry, was that love though or lust?
Oh, it was so much. So I think that when I think of the word love now, I actually replace it with the word want. I think that the statement that was made about not being
what? Not gonna lie, I'm crashing out. I'm going to jail. Double A.
That doesn't necessarily mean that.
Bro, these college hoes suck, bro.
Or capability.
Like you gotta kill someone after that shit.
Certainly was loving him in other ways.
Again, we're all doing this. We kind of like try to figure out what the statement means and reading into it. But as the flat statement, I don't think all that's entailed. Because again, there is different types of love. There's also each person's way they look at love, what you think love is, at what age. Though maybe one thing that even now you just said, now you look at love a different way. So it gets kind of complicated. But at the base level, I think I just feel like it's like, nah, you didn't really love them. Even on your own description of what love means to you. Think about what love means to you.
And everyone's cheating on spring break.
If your bitch is going on vacation without you on spring break, bro, break up with her. That's not your bitch. Bitch or nigga.
That's not your significant other, gang. I don't know what to tell you. She's getting Tito's, Casamigos, and no one's sipping on Malibu in the Big 24. If you're sipping on Malibu in the Big 24, stop it. You're not teed. You're not teed for real. Don Julio, 1942, tequila, and the Casamigos, Casafricos. She's getting that shit poured down her throat, my nigga. She's getting that shit poured down her throat, letting another nigga driving the boat, and then he's supplying crazy raw Uber meats, crazy back shots to your hoe, in some random B&B, right? And then he'll never see your bitch again. He sent her back home to you. Realistically, that's realistically.
Did you meet that standard of what love meant?
Yeah, I think what's tricky
that's the
about
stereotypes
it,
I have the U.S.
Since I had, I'll say, these idols of marriage, family, you know, all of that,
Spain?
I was more in love with the idea of what those.
I mean, Diego. Spain's not a bad guess because of his name.
Into the role.
Which there's nothing wrong with that because again, we all come from experiences.
So, but being able to kind of look back and compare, I think that comparison is the thief of joy, right?
True.
And what it does is it steals all of the value
and what
from
you're
the
worth.
experience that was still very much valid.
Yeah, no one's saying it might not be valid, but was it still love though? Because like I said,
I don't know if.
What the fuck?
And it's hard to. I get what you're saying. You don't know because again, you were in that. When you were in there, you were in it, and you grown and you changed.
Does that satisfy your question?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I agree. I don't think that you can be in love and cheat on somebody.
Oh shit.
I want to respond to something you said that I was like, okay, right in there. No, you said that when you're in love with somebody, they're all you think about, that you just want to be with that person all the time. And I vehemently disagree with that. I think, and for me, obviously, I disagree with this. I can say that I really, truly did love the people, or I should say most of the people that I cheated on in those relationships.
What is, like, I don't get that. So is it a different type of love? Because how are you cheating on most of the people that you've been in a relationship with, but you're with a nigga now and you claim to love them? Is this a different type of love? What is she talking about? Man. Cheaters will say anything to get themselves out there fucking, like, man, shut the fuck up.
Based my value and I based my identity on those relationships.
I hate fat women. They're always annoying. Yo, be honest. The ones that think they're a 10, yeah. The ones that are actually cool, like level-headed and like chill, nah, they I ain't got no problems with them. But the ones like these that claim that they're cheating on 50 niggas a year, it's just like, alright, bruh. It's like, alright, bruh. I ain't trying to hear what you gotta say, bro, for real, on the real. On the real, though. Be honest, fat dudes are funny most of the time.
Person was all I thought about. And
Fat
it
girls are
almost
so
was like
annoying.
I trapped myself.
It's because they're also female. Bro, for the most part, bitches are mainly annoying, but like they're cool. Like bitch. Like it just depends on what they're bitching about. And throw her being fat on top of that. It's like when a fat motherfucker open their mouth, you already get pissed off. For the most part, unless they're funny, or yeah, you know. And girls, there are some funny women out here. Like, there's some bitches that actually make me laugh. But if you're fat and you're not funny as a female, yeah, GG's.
It was like a self-fulfilling prophecy, and then I sought outside of that relationship.
Oh, girls with rainbow hair?
They say like someone shouldn't be your universe. They should be a planet in your universe. So it's like I have friends. Sometimes I'm just like, bye, you know, and I go hang out with my friends. You know, my family is very important to me.
Fair.
He is not my world, and this is the healthiest relationship. Or is my universe.
And I was saying that more
Yeah, okay, that was good. That was W explanations right there. I like that. That was good.
metaphorically, but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But even in that, you were infatuated and everything was him, and you were giving all. Then the question is, were you in love then?
That's a good point.
I'm just asking that as
Yes.
just based on what you're saying, like
in my first serious relationship, for sure, I was in love with him, and he was my first real love, and I was in love with him, and I still made the choice to cheat. It was a choice I made. It was a selfish choice. I felt extremely guilty afterwards. So I think it depends, but I think you absolutely can be in
Were you guilty when you were taking dick, though? Man, fuck out of here.
love with somebody and
Maybe
still make
racist in
bad
this video. What the
choices
fuck?
based on selfishness, anger, insecurity, whatever it may be.
I believe that we can grow in love. I believe that there is portions of our love that's lacking, and then we can actually grow in that. So I don't believe that just because you cheated on someone doesn't mean that you don't love them. I believe that that
You're a cheater. Of course you say that.
there can be love there, but there's something there that just is causing that portion of it to just be almost like in depletion. Like I couldn't love him fully the way that I needed, the way that he needed to, because there was something.
Why don't we
there
watch that
was
video?
lacking.
Watch what?
Like,
Watch
I
this?
didn't have the
I
understanding.
don't know. I randomly just saw this. I was like,
what it meant to be a wife, what it meant to be a partner.
Falling in love is not a choice. You meet someone, it happens for whatever reason, you're compatible. Staying in love is a choice. You are choosing, and perhaps in that moment, you are not choosing to love that person, or you're choosing not to love that person, and then maybe you can choose to love them again. I'm not saying falling in love, but to continue loving somebody is an action.
I do think that falling in love is a choice.
Oh, okay.
And the reason that I think falling in love is a choice is because you allowed it, right? Like, when I think about the experience that I had full autonomy in that situation, right? I could have immediately went to my husband and said, I've caught something. There's something magical here. I gotta go.
But you caught, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I was still we were not together. I was still talking to my ex when I met my current partner. And I told my current partner at the time, I don't want to be serious with you. I never intended to catch feelings with my current partner. I just kind of fell in love with this guy.
You know, it's interesting, the prompt is in love. And some people didn't use that when they were talking. They're saying love, not in
right?
love.
Right.
And to me, in love and love are two different things.
I don't get the point. What's the difference, bro? What's the difference? What is in love and what is love? Because I remember like talking about this in like 8th grade. I couldn't understand it. I was like, man, fuck that shit. I'm gonna just keep doing what I do. What the hell is in love and in love? I bet Chris was a G in his 20s. His 20s, he was with Jesus in them, bro. Like, come on, fam.
Yeah.
I fall in love as a human being with other humans, men, women, whatever. I fall in love very easily. I believe in love. Love is the driving force in my life.
The old geezer's about to explain what you paused. All right.
I fall in love as a human being with other humans, men, women, whatever. I fall in love very easily. I believe in love. Love is the driving force in my life.
Okay.
So I was in love with every woman that I cheated on. I was in love with them. If I loved them truly, that would have been a different story, maybe. But to me, there's a difference between
So your
being
capacity
in
to
love
love changed.
and you love somebody. Right?
It's so interesting because I actually, in my
I don't give a fuck what any of these niggas are saying. Show me a bed. Show me a bed. Show me a bed. No. Niggas talk about love and shit. None of these niggas got a mill, bruh. All the niggas with $1 million, all the niggas I know with $1 million don't talk about love at all, bruh. Besides, like, Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Zuckerberg said, get you a woman that believes in your plan and just dial in on her. Fuck all these other hoes. And this nigga, he was the youngest billionaire. Like,
my mind view it like the opposite. Like, I love so many.
I agree with that.
I love my friends. I love my family. I love people that I'm like, oh, we've just
why is
met.
every
and I
Jew
love you.
rich?
Like, in love. When you fall in love, you're in love with somebody. It stirs something.
They get sympathy votes for the Holocaust, realistically. But the niggas don't get no sympathy votes for the goddamn slavery and shit. But it's cool.
Up.
It's not cool, but it is what it is.
I think we get to semantic.
Yeah, it's semantic. It's totally semantic.
Yeah,
I just thought it was interesting.
I feel like we should bring up.
Wait, Mark's Jewish? What's up, Empty? Wait, Mark Zuckerberg's Jewish? Zuckerberg, duh.
Limerence, maybe for a second. We're all talking about falling in love. I feel like textbook psychology brings up limerence all the time, and they actually
crazy.
just like shirk the entire.
I was work Empty.
Under this
Wait, the
word.
wife wasn't there. I already know the wife
In
wasn't
the
there.
world that doesn't know what limerence.
Limerence is a chemical reaction inside of your brain in the very early stages of a relationship.
Okay.
So it occurs between mother and child during birth. And what they say, or what a lot of people say, is that limerence is actually to blame for, and I'm not laughing, but I am. They say that limerence is actually the reaction that is at play psychologically between affair partners, because it creates this infatuation. It creates all the ecstasy feelings of being in love. So
Like a drug.
Yes,
You guys know the
a limerent object, a limerent addiction.
Do you guys know the 70-30 theory? It's like the layman's term. Yeah. that you're in a relationship with someone and you love them, and they have 70%, because nobody's perfect. They have 70% of the things that you're looking for, and then you meet someone that has that missing 30%. And you're like, oh, this person has everything that I'm missing. And then you go and you cheat with that person who's that 30%, and then you realize, oh shit.
They ain't got that 70%.
Yeah, they have 70%.
You used to be the one to talk to on the side. That grass ain't greener on the other side. Oh, hey, yeah, yeah. That nigga Chris Brown done told us about this already. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. It was good, big bro. I bet they'd make good doctors. What were you about to say that was gonna get you banned, bro?
30% is gone now. Yeah.
I'm gonna start calling my husband the 30%er.
Moving on.
Oh my God. You know what's crazy? He got cucked. This nigga got cucked out. That's so insane. That's so insane. And they didn't even pan the camera to him.
Moving on.
That's tough. Mr. 70%. I don't want to get banned. Who's gonna ban you, Empty?
Rather not know that I was cheated on.
My brain cuts because of the stuff they're talking about. I'd rather not know that I was cheated on. What?
It's lonely up here. So I think my perspective on this has shifted quite a bit after the last year, since I've been dialoguing so much with both betrayers and the betrayed party. And I think that there's slight benefit to the person who has been betrayed if the betrayer has already come to a decision about leaving the relationship. I think that our whole truth is not necessarily
Chelsea.
a obligation to give to everybody.
Did you let your husband know?
He said this is Sterling if he didn't play.
Oh, yeah.
He said it to Sterling if he never.
That conversation.
It was awful. It was horrible. It felt like I was giving him more information than he
Chelsea
needed.
gets
What had happened was, fell in love with a colleague overseas. I was like, there's no way this can be happening. I am married. I can't do this. And then I slept with him, and I went back home, and I moved out. And I said, okay, I cannot be trusted with this person. And I disclosed everything, and dropped the hammer, and then just went on my way to.
I'm crashing the fuck out. I'm crashing the fuck out. I'm crashing the fuck out. The whale is.
An apartment by myself.
What's your ex DMing you about?
If you have cheated on somebody, the psychological effects on that person need to be considered. Your perception of everything that had occurred is tainted because you're wondering, well, was she thinking about me in this picture that we took? Was she thinking about him? And I think that there is just a lot to consider when you are deliberating on how much
Imagine that woman
and
is
what
cheating. She said she was a serial cheater, bruh. She was cheating like no other.
to share.
I love everything you just said. I agree, but with like a caveat of, I'm thinking of this from the cheater's perspective. I always told my partners when I cheated on them, but I told them for the wrong reasons. I told them to alleviate my own guilt. And when the fact is, I should have just ended the relationship. And so my thing is, I wouldn't want my partner to tell me just so they could beg me for my forgiveness and let's move forward, da-da-da. I would only want them to tell me in the context of like, and I'm breaking up with you. Like, and no like details or anything. It would just be like, I'm breaking up with you. Oh my God, why? Mm-hmm. I cheated. Mm-hmm. And I obviously can't be with somebody that I would cheat on. Like that would be, so yes, I would want them to tell me, like only in
Chris, any
that
life
context
updates?
of like,
Did you tell her? Yeah, I got a new work wife. She's kind of bad.
I cheated.
Don't do that.
We have to break up.
I believe you owe it to that person no matter what. I believe that the person that you cheated on needs to know, and not only that, it's the secrecy, like that it hurts so much more when you're keeping it a secret from them and not telling them anything. I truly believe in confession. I believe that needs to be said, and they need to know that. They
She didn't say anything. She literally just went on a loop. She's literally a broken record right here.
need to know that.
Yeah, I
don't
know
think
you
in
mentioned
hiding
like
that.
psychological damage. How would you respond to that?
I would say it is not my
W instigator over there, by the way. W instigation.
place to dictate what somebody else needs. It's their place to tell me what they need.
Initially telling them that, hey, I stepped out and I cheated on you is a necessity, just point blank period. Now, how far you go into details is going to then at that point be, okay, how
Did it slip? Did it slip out? Did it slip out? She says yes. Did you put it back in? She says yes. You ask her. Did you moan and squirm when you put it back in? She says yes.
Straight like that, nigga. Straight like that. Exactly like that. He said, look at Discord. Hey, Chris. Life updates? Hi. Not really. Work, crush, friends, plans, events. Aw, Chris, she still likes you, bro. Can you be nice? Can you tell her, this is not healthy? You need to leave me alone and move on so you can be better in life? See how she put crush second? Crush was the first thing she wanted to know. But she said crush second, as if that wasn't the first thing she wanted to know. These bitches ain't slick.
how much does that person ask to where they may want to try and figure out, okay, why did this happen? What happened? Who did it happen with? When? If they ask those questions, then I think you definitely owe it to them to answer it, regardless of what you may feel
What
like.
is she saying? She
up
doesn't
to
care?
your point where
Clearly.
you brought up psychologically. I feel like at that point, once you've already cheated, like psychologically, they've already taken a lot of damage. So therefore, we still have to.
If you don't know about it, it doesn't do any damage.
Well,
But
I will
But
say
that would
there's
be
one
the-
thing. You did
That's
say,
crazy.
I don't want to be with someone who cheated on me, right? So, but you agreed that you would never tell the person, right? If you cheated on them. So let's say you're in a
I didn't say
relationship.
that.
Well, but you came forward as an agreeer,
Yes.
right? And then just before we all came forward, you said, I would never want to be in a relationship with someone who cheated on me. And if they neglected to tell you that, then you would technically be in a relationship
Well, then
with
I
someone who
wouldn't.
cheated on you.
Then I'll say I wouldn't want to be in a relationship with somebody I know cheat on me, and that's why I'm saying.
Got it,
So I
okay.
guess I'm not agree or disagree. I'm more in the middle of
Totally.
like I would want them to tell me I cheated on you, and therefore like we should break up.
In my situation,
just baptize the
I
nigga, let me see.
found out.
Send it my way, send
But
it my
if I'm
way.
being honest with you, I don't know if it would have been worse or better if they told me. I'm being honest with you. I don't even know how to comprehend that. Like me finding out, then you bold-faced coming to me and saying, I did this, this, and this.
It doesn't change the outcome.
Yeah, it's like, I don't think it makes any, me personally, I
that can
don't
be
know.
subject to any, like,
Yeah.
you know, everybody. Like, but at the end of the day, I feel like when you're holding something back from,
What the
it's
hell?
honestly you're not even taking accountability for what you did. So
What
if
the
you're
fuck?
you're gonna say like I'm not gonna tell them because of psychological damage,
Hold
you
on.
chose to cheat.
Hold on. Disclosing that you cheated to the
Oh.
person that you cheated
I
on
see.
is not accountability. That is just revealing
That is taking
information.
accountability.
Accountability.
You can't, I would
accountability-
consider that as a form of taking accountability.
Negro.
You're so open.
Why do you do
so
that?
open about this.
Because I already. Whatever.
Listen,
That's delivering news.
that is
It's
a
the
form
first
of
step
taking
towards
a
accountability.
Thank
agree with
you.
you.
Maybe it's
It
the
is.
first
It's the
step.
first step to
It's interesting
Not
because
necessarily accountability.
Be
Wait,
open about this one.
Let's let her
man.
respond. Let's let her respond.
Be open.
Because,
Let her respond.
Girlfriend. Okay. all right.
because I
I'm
don't,
just saying, you're very open
Accountability.
about it, but you're like, it's hypocritical. So when you're saying like, I have the right to withhold this information for the sake of psychological damage, but you chose to cheat.
You're talking about the benefits for you. You're alleviating your guilt by telling somebody what you did. You are achieving relief by doing a confession. And what I'm saying is maybe it doesn't have to be that person.
Two cheating whores arguing.
As someone who's cheated-
I really might title the video that. If I post this on, I can't even post this on YouTube. This was so long.
That's the same question. Oh.
I guess who else would you tell?
I would tell a therapist. I would go and I would check myself into therapy and I would say, holy I've derailed my life and I don't know what I'm doing. But I don't want to cause any more damage, and therefore, please help me guide me in my next steps. A
How
good
much more selfish
therapist
is that, though?
will
It's so
allow
selfish.
you.
It's still.
Oh,
It's
I'm
still a
very
form of
selfish.
selfishness.
Actually, to be honest, I think
My
both-
number one
both ways are
priority is me. And that was the biggest lesson I
And
learned.
is it still
about
like that in
cheating.
your relationship today?
Absolutely.
Well,
if I want to show up to a thriving relationship requires a fulfilled individual. And if I do not have...
You can't put whores in the title? I can't? Are there any videos with whores? YouTube's not... What? YouTube's not pushing that shit at all. How to treat escorts according to an escort? Hold on, quick intermission.
Don't send us photos of your dick. We don't.
Get me out of here.
Me at the primary center of my decisions, I will start making decisions for other people. And what that means is they start to lead my life.
No.
I don't.
We don't believe
I actually changed my, I think I've changed my opinion. It didn't occur to me the idea of like finding it. Like that just didn't.
That's what I'm saying, like-
if it's for me, if it's between walking in on my partner cheating, I mean, that would just traumatize me. Versus like my partner coming to me and saying, listen, I cheated. I would prefer the latter. I would want the choice. Do I want to move forward in this relationship or do I want to break up? And I would want to give my partner that same choice to put the ball in their court and say, this happened. This is how I feel about it.
You know who? From TikTok. Oh, the black bitch? My brother said the same thing. I've never seen this bitch. What are y'all seeing on TikTok that y'all see this woman?
Which might be like, and we need to break up, or I don't want to break up, or whatever it is. I did this. This is how I feel. How do you feel? Do you want to stay with me? Do you want to work this out or not?
When you're telling the other person, I'm always curious, like, what do you expect from the other person? And that's where I start to question: are you doing it for selfish reasons? Because I expect them to say, you know what, we'll work through it.
I don't think you can expect anything.
Which is,
Yeah. You have to go on without
but I'm
it.
curious, like at the time, can you recollect or remember what you were
Oh, at the
thinking?
time?
At the time, yeah. What you
When
were
I-
thinking when you said, I'm going to tell.
There were times I cheated that I did not tell my partner. So I'm thinking about that too now. When I told my partners that I cheated, it was out of guilt, it was out of shame, and I wouldn't necessarily say expectation, but my hope was that they would forgive me. And I guess maybe.
Wait, I have a question really quick. Did telling them eliminate your shame and guilt?
No, of course not.
I'm curious if you're open.
Wait, let's actually dig into. I guess what was kind of like your point there?
If you are disclosing information to somebody else in effort of releasing something that you feel is holding you back, shame and guilt, that is actually not the effective solution. The effective solution is going into the shame and guilt, acknowledging it, and understanding why it's there. Shame tells me I am not aligned with my value system and the way that I operate in the world.
But you're missing the point of the other person's time. You've pretty much ruined their life. You've used up their time.
No, hold
and
on, wait a second.
So you don't think you?
Wait a second.
Go ahead.
Not from the other video. Who's the black lady? It's their whole TikTok page. That's how he forgave getting. What? Send me the TikTok page. Send me the TikTok page, bro.
I think that the only person who has the power to destroy my life is me.
I mean, you can say that now as a person who's grown and gone through something. But when you're in the situation, when you're in a relationship with somebody and they don't know that you're cheating on them, you think like you owe that.
Why would I develop a dependency for my life's purpose?
But it sounds
No one's saying it's dependency.
No, it sounds like you're trying to say that I should just be able to do whatever I want. How you take it is all up to you, but I'm going to have the freedom to do whatever I want.
Oh,
and
no.
hurt you.
Maybe
That's
you
what it
didn't.
sounds like.
Maybe you didn't hear my first statement. I agree that you don't always have to disclose a betrayal to the betrayed person.
I think that you always should give that to them. It's not in a sense to try and relieve any type of guilt.
If you have a suicidal partner, why are you gonna cheat on? Man, fuck out of here.
Shame that you have. It's not to say that, oh, once I do this, I'm going to feel better. No, it's as you said, to put the ball in their court and say, you know what, I got to be upfront with you, because just think about the emotional trauma of what they're going to feel when you say it to their face. But what about the trauma that they'll feel if they hear it from somebody behind their back?
And like, I have to just about putting the ball in your court. I wish that had happened to me. Like, as the person cheated on, both times I was not told. Both times I don't know, used magical
This look like an empty type of bitch.
intuition or something, and I knew exactly who it was, when it was, what time it happened, and I broke off the relationship.
Deep
the first
down, we
time.
always know.
We always know. And so, I mean, I think, putting the ball, I wish the ball
No, they don't.
had been put in my court. Both times I was not
They really do, though.
apologized to. They never admitted to doing it.
Oh,
and like,
I've
so
been
it's
cheated
rough.
on too, and I've also been cheated on.
And I wish
Not giving a cook page of you. I just want to know, like, how, like, did they give like a whole backstory on what the fuck happened?
Well, he came and told me and broke up with me and gave me no option.
Well, right, so that's why.
But I think that was very, very, very emotionally traumatizing for me. You know,
Because it felt like abandonment.
Yeah, it did. But I've never been abandoned before. Like I've never experienced
your
that.
first
So
experience with
right. And so it definitely like took time for me to get
She brought up a very good point. What if someone is suicidal?
I did hear that.
Like that made me think, because I'm like, I think you should definitely disclose it at some point somehow, and yet If I had a partner who was so fragile and I knew
Y'all niggas be on Reddit, bruh.
But how long have they been fragile? Were they fragile when you cheated or way before you cheated? That's kind of why.
I've been in that situation. There are safeguards you can put in place that you make sure that they're with safe people, that they have people who can support them through that time. Because I have been in that situation.
But what I'm saying is, I respect that. But the same token, when you met this person with a suicidal.
Oh no, I'm saying I was the suicidal person who was cheated on.
But using that as like a deterrent for why you shouldn't tell someone is not always. I understand
somebody, no, as somebody who's in that situation, I agree that
I'm
I
off
was
tomorrow.
still glad I was told.
That's crazy. I don't even stream tomorrow.
It's not always the cheater's fault when they cheat.
If these niggas go to agree, she would go to agree.
I can think of one instance.
It'd be the two bitches I hate the most in this video that are going to agree. Alright.
Where I would say it's not the cheater's fault. If someone is in an abusive situation and maybe they don't feel safe to leave the relationship, I could understand why. And maybe even like they've fallen for someone else.
So, okay, no, horrible example. So, you're in a relationship, you get abused. I'm too scared to leave the relationship, but what I'm gonna do is go and cheat on this crash out wife beater, beer sipping motherfucker, right? I'm gonna cheat on that motherfucker so then he can give me more black eyes, broken ribs, and a concussion. She's so fucking stupid. That is the stupidest shit I've ever heard in my life. Don't ever stop listening. No, stop listening to this queer ass bitch. She said she was a queer herself. This is not me being a dickhead. She said she was queer. Stop listening to this queer. This is the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life.
As an excuse to get out of the relationship, I would still say it stems from within, for sure. But that would be the one instance in which I would say I could totally understand like where the cheating came from. That you're not safe.
I think that I have read too many.
Stop giving us these blue moon, once in a blue moon analogies, an anomaly and shit, bro. Fuck out of here. Please domestically abuse me. I'll fall deeper into love. Empty, you need help.
Counts of women and men being taken advantage of and being put into a situation where there really is no choice. So a lot of the women that I counsel are in domestic violence households, and a lot of them have been threatened with murder if they chose to leave the relationship. And so what ends up happening is all of a sudden you're at work and you are having a conversation with a male colleague who exhibits genuine care for you and your situation. It's almost impossible to stop the inertia of love from being able to take that person out of the situation.
If I have to play devil's advocate, do you think replacing something that can be considered negative with another negative makes it right?
It's difficult to compare like one sin to another, but I think that at the end of the day, if somebody is harming you, whether it's emotionally or physically, and they're making that choice, that's always going to be worse to me.
I also think that truth and reality really don't give a about right or wrong. So it's kind of like, why would I be so obsessed with labeling somebody else's decision that ultimately resulted in their safety?
Yeah, might make them safer.
What? Cheating might make them safer? Cheating on a crash out might make them safer? Leave. I'm sorry. I know. Just leave, bro. Leave. Is there any Jews in this video?
Okay, I believe wrong is wrong. I do. I believe.
No, I don't think so.
That two wrongs don't make right. There's no way. Like that's just my personal belief. I don't think that.
What if that person is not safe to leave?
Then okay, but they're okay to cheat.
But it's not a question of okay.
I think that it's without partiality. Like I can't sit here and say that somebody is right for cheating based off of
right. We just said
or they're okay to be able to cheat based off of the fact that they're in an abusive relationship. If you are in an abusive relationship, get the heck out.
But what if you can't? It's not always that.
Then how is it that no one is able to tell me?
You gotta talk to some girls.
Okay,
my question will be,
calm down. I just want to know. I'm asking the question because you're saying that someone can sit there and cheat on someone based off of the fact that they're in an abusive relationship. Where does that?
Who can catch these strokes? The black woman Raven? Hell yeah.
Like where does that come? Like
is she a cheater?
How does that make that okay or make it right? Where does that come?
It's not a black and white thing, and I think we keep coming to that. I don't think anybody's saying like it's okay. I think we're just saying it's not okay, and it's in the middle.
But I believe in yes or no and okay or not
right,
okay,
and
right or wrong.
I think some of us are thinking black and white, and some of us just aren't those kinds of people, and I think that's okay.
Yeah, I'm not open about
but I'm not saying that being unsafe in an abusive relationship makes it okay to cheat. What I'm saying is that someone might use forming a relationship with another person as a safety net because now you have somebody else to go to. Because I think a lot of people don't realize, but the abuse actually kicks up after you leave the relationship. It gets worse because the person who's abusing you will stalk you, will chase you, will blow up your phone, will show up at your house. It is very dangerous for people. I'm not going to gender it, for people who.
So it's safer to stay in an abusive relationship? I'm not trying to hear that, bro. I'm not trying to hear that shit.
Are leaving abusive situations, it gets more dangerous. And so cheating, forming another relationship with somebody, may actually help that person find safety.
My question would be like, how would it help them find safety if the relationship is already abusive? I would think that would anger the person more.
Right? Like what?
It doesn't matter though. That's what I'm saying.
It's the disclosing. Of the internal reality.
We are all humans in our bodies, and you have a right to feel comfortable in your body and to feel safe. And whether or not you have to make a decision that makes you.
Man, if a nigga, bro, if a nigga's abusing my daughter, and she leaves, and this nigga continues to stalk her and follow her, I'm getting my daughter a gun. We're going to the fucking gun range. You're putting that nigga 6 feet fucking under. The fuck are you talking about? It's not safe. Man, shut the fuck up with that queer LGBTQ red hair liberal bullshit. Put that nigga in the dirt.
Immoral or whatever.
Knock him off the fucking map. I'm not trying to hear this shit.
In order to protect your safety, that is okay in my eyes. I don't think about right and wrong. I was raised in the church, so I was drilled a lot about black and white and right and wrong. I just can't. My pastor's crazy.
I know we brought up specifics and everything, but I think if we're just looking at the specific prompt in itself, I think that there's always a choice. There's always a choice. I understand, maybe if someone's under the influence and, I can see how.
What if you're in a relationship and the girl came in with bruises on her face and she said it was the other guy? What would you all do? I'm pretending that I'm on timing, that I'm about to go whoop that nigga's ass. Tell me where he's at. Tell me where he's at. Let's go. Direct me. Dropping her off at that nigga's crib. Shit's tragic, new paddock. She can handle it herself. Shit's tragic, new paddock. What? I'm dropping her off. I'm dropping her off, bro. I'm taking her back around 2 and leaving.
How that could be literally.
Should I share names with Breezy for a reason? This nigga here.
But I think in general, if someone's sober,
cheating is a choice.
No,
I agree.
And I think that's where we can put the fault on that person because they made that conscious decision.
But what is the purpose of assigning fault?
Well, I'm not saying there's any purpose. That wasn't the prompt. Like the prompt was like that the person is at fault.
I'm trying to get
my point. No, I understand. I love that.
Yeah, it's still that choice where you have to have the accountability held for you. I think that's where it's important to have the right or wrong, regardless of whether we think it's black or white. Yes, I feel like if we do not have an objective choice of what is right, what is wrong, then we should just be in a world that's a free-for-all and jail's emptied out. No judicial system. The thought process in my mind, I know it was brought up that, okay, that may be their only way out of the relationship. But then it was later brought up that sometimes getting out of the relationship is the worsening part. So if you're leaning towards getting out of the relationship anyway, are you going to create
what I meant is that you have a safe haven now that somebody, which is also might lead to more toxic situations, but I just mean if you were so desperate to get out of a relationship and you know that abuse is going to crank up as soon as you leave, now I have somebody else to protect me. That's what I was thinking. And
Get a gun.
I do think that, again, like blame, fault, I prefer accountability. I think that's the thing. If something can be right, something can be wrong, something can be in the middle.
And right and wrong is very subjective. Exactly. Like it's very different for everyone. And
last thoughts.
Right. At the end of the
Man, these niggas are some. I was about to say a word that probably would have got me banned, bro.
At the end of the day, whatever my reason or excuse or whatever you want to call it, it was a choice that I made, and I cannot put that on the other person.
She's tragic. Paddock, she can handle it herself.
Any last concluding words for each person?
I want to say one thing.
No, we got to move on to the last concluding words.
Once a cheater, always a cheater isn't a thing. I believe that there is forgiveness. I believe that you should forgive yourself. I believe in confessing to your partner. I believe that you owe that to that person if you are cheating. You need to tell them, and you can change. There is a new life.
Why did y'all see her TikTok? I would have never known they had a TikTok page, bro.
For you, but that's what I'll say. I'll leave it at that.
It's great to be able to have a conversation and see the other side and the other perspective in a safe space, So I don't really have any concluding thoughts about the conversation other than thank you for the conversation. Yeah.
To hear your perspective, it all made me think. And the interesting thing for me is knowing why I cheated and where I am now just as a human being with my maturity understanding of the world and my own history of abuse and trauma and how it, it's like
this nigga wasn't. He's the only nigga that wasn't a dickhead.
I've forgiven myself a long time ago.
Now here's the escort lady. Oh. Why do you know her TikTok?
But kudos to everyone for just being respectful and really being vulnerable. So
obviously going through being cheated on, it wasn't a great experience. But I have a different perspective than I have ever had, than I ever would have had if I didn't get cheated on. Because now I know how to communicate, and I think that that's the biggest thing and the biggest gift that we all have is we're able to speak and we're able to communicate.
Yeah, I think throughout this whole conversation, I think I learned that communication is preventative on all different measures, and if we can learn how to have that communication prior to, it can help us stay away from the hard conversations.
Right,
100% agree.
Yeah, tell it to all of America and all the nuance of talking.
Ask for permission, not beg for forgiveness.
Thanks for joining this episode of Middle Ground of Cheaters vs. Cheated On. If you guys want to shake hands and embrace, please do so now.
Openly queer and closeted queer. Get out of here. Jubilee's lost it. 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 Jubilee's lost it.
All them boys be hating. Why? Because we let them. Fuck it, bitch, we pass them. Free my brother, he locking the dog pound. Try to get him to the top, but he won't make no sound.